Hello everyone, this is Zeeebo and welcome to today's AFK journey video. So yesterday I uploaded the ultimate spending guide which caters to the spenders of my viewers, asking me for advices on which pack to buy, what are the packs that are going to be available, and what's the most valuable way to spend your money. So in today's video, I'm going to cater to the free-to-play bunch, giving you guys some tips and tricks for an overall better gameplay experience. So I'm gonna start by showing my account. So this is one of my account where the first purchase is still around. Pretty much finished the game already. So there's just a few things which I need to clear, but recently I've been really busy with all the contents and answering questions, etc, etc. So haven't really had the time to do that, but I'll probably do it sometime in the future. So end game, right? Good ranking, I'll say arena top 5 to top 20 range. So I'm okay with that. I don't need to be top 1 or what. And also for the dream realm, I'll say overall not the best ranking. Obviously I would hope for consistent top 10s, but because I'm missing Dear Rainer on this account, so I'm contented with top 20 in most cases. So generally a really nice free-to-play account for me to just relax and chill and then test things out. So the first advice that I'll give to my free-to-play players, if you guys are into competitiveness, if you guys are into having like the best rewards for yourself, is to choose a less competitive server. So I think this is sort of the intentions for Lilith as well, because as you guys can see, for the global side there's a lot of servers, over 100 servers, and I think they're just going to open more along the way. And the thing about these servers is that there might be some servers where there's not a lot of spenders, or maybe the spenders there, they are not like super big ones. So in that scenario, I'll say those servers are less pay to win, those servers are less competitive. So being a free-to-play player, if you are somebody who watches my video, right, follows through my beginner's guide, follow everything to min-max, choose the right unit, invest in the right things, do the right things along the way, to be really honest with you guys, I can safely tell you top 20, top 100 is relatively achievable. And even for Dream Realm's case, I think if your server is not overly competitive, if you're doing the right thing, even if you get like a top 50 range, it's still good rewards in the long run. And top 50, I'll say, is already more than enough for you to enjoy the game. Top 100 is also okay, slightly slower, but it's still, I would say, acceptable. So in general, as a free-to-play player, if you are worried that you are in a really competitive region, right, there will be many other servers out there, and since you're playing a free-to-play account, you have no burden, so it's okay to just server hop. There's so many servers for you guys to choose from. You don't have to choose the most competitive server to fight with all the whales, right? You got no chance there. But there's so many servers out there, feel free to just jump around. Obviously there are some older servers out there that already have a very developed players, but they're going to open more in the future. So this is just the number one top suggestion that I have for you guys to sort of have more fun, because I think if there's a lot of spenders and you're always trying to fight them and you're always behind, it might feel very terrible. So do take note of this tip. There's always a way to just jump into another server and start a new game file. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, right? This one is really important, especially for free-to-play players, is with regards to developing your units. So as a free-to-play player, you honestly don't have that much summoning resources. So you have to really commit to units which you have decided your choice on. So what do I mean by that? So for example, if you have tanks, right? Sometimes, like initially I wanted to go for Torrent, but honestly speaking, as a free-to-play player, if your gacha luck is as bad as mine, you guys can see my Torrent is only mythic, even though this account has been around for quite a while, right? So I decided to give up on Torrent and I just went full commit into Granny, who I think is also equally good, maybe not as powerful, but quite valuable in my account as well. So you have to really go full commit. You have to go upgrade the tiers of the units, because stats do matter, right? Higher tier unit, they have more power. So this is Supreme Plus, 490,000. And then you have Torrent, which is Mythic. As you guys can see, it's only 313,000. So the tiers of the units matter, and committing to units which you really want to invest in, committing to late game units, they are probably your topmost priority. Like there's no way in committing in a unit which you will abandon halfway, and that's why I've been suggesting people to not invest in Cisia, because she's not a unit you will use in the future anyway. So committing to her might be a grave mistake for most players, especially free-to-play players. So that's tip number 2. Tip number 3, right? Join an active guild. Join an active Discord. join an active community, because you can ask a lot of questions. You joining an active guild gives you like all your battle drill goodies, right? I have a video for battle drill, so you guys can visit that. So you get your gems, you get to push your contents, and then you unlock your reputation chest. And on top of that, an active guild also gives you a lot of guild medals, which can be used to buy all the celestial / hypogene inside the guild store. So join an active community so that you can, you know, hang out with people, ask questions. Join an active guild so that you can actively push for freebies within the guild contents. So that's tip number 3. Tip number 4, right, is to follow my beginner's guide. Okay, this is not being a thick skin, but my beginner's guide actually covers a lot of different pointers, which is definitely beneficial for free-to-play players, because a lot of these pointers are experienced by myself, where I play through multiple accounts, be it a spending account or free-to-play account. So yes, I would say my advisors or guides, they might not be 100% correct, but they're 100% my personal experience. So I can give you guys my personal experience as a free-to-play player, and what are the units I want you guys to build, or what are the units I recommend you guys to build moving forward. So those are guides that will come in the future. So do remember to like and subscribe. Do remember to follow my AFK beginners playlist. So that's tip number 4. Tip number 5, right, the final tip that I have for all the free-to-play player, is that when you go into the AFK progress, right, never give up. Like, there's a lot of stages out there where you have like 5 to 10,000 power difference. It's not unclearable, right? Sometimes changing out units, sometimes trialing out different combinations might yield different results. Changing your relic, changing your team setup, using a different tank, try a different positioning, all these different factors affect the outcome of the battle. Like, let's be honest here, the fun part about this game is the team building. The fun part is trying different things. I can give you the most meta team, I can give you the best teams, but as a free-to-play player, you have limited resources. So trying out different teams, trying out different combinations for different modes to see whether or not you get better result is definitely something that I want all free-to-play players to know. Because even with limited resources, you can get a lot out of it. And obviously, you can push for contents. You might not be able to compete against some of the bigger spenders in the game, but you should be able to compete against most other players, as long as you are efficiently managing your resources, as long as you are following my guides closely. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it for this video. A very simple 5 tips and tricks for free-to-play players. Hopefully it's helpful, and thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys again in my next AFK journey content. Bye guys.